This week on the Gadget Show WebTV, Otis is making sweet music with the new Beamz kit.
And John's got a first look at the new 17-inch MacBook Pro. Plus the latest in gadget tech news.
Hello and welcome once again to the Gadget Show studio and WebTV. Later, Otis turns composer with the help of the Gadget Show team. But first, here's John with the first look at the new MacBook Pro.
As you'd expect from a new Apple laptop, the new 17-inch MacBook Pro is a gorgeously styled, very tactile hunk of aluminium. And it's impressively thin at just 2.5 centimetres, and for something so big, it's also really quite light at just under 3 kilos. It's also, as you'd expect, irritatingly or reassuringly expensive, depending on your point of view. The delight continues when you open it up. Switch it on, and thanks to the efficiency of the OS X operating system, you're up and running within about 45 seconds. So boot up is quick, and you're immediately struck by the very impressive screen. It's 1900 by 1200 pixels, it's LED backlit, gives a very accurate representation of colours as well as an enormous amount of detail. The only downside perhaps is this reflective surface, though you can specify a matte screen if you want to, but it'll cost even more, another £35. There's Apple's latest combined trackpad and mouse button, and once you get used to it, it does a very good job actually. You can set the right-hand corner to do right-clicking, and you can use lots of touch gestures like dragging 4 fingers across to switch between applications. The keyboard looks quite small amidst the vast expanse of aluminium, and there's no separate numeric keypad on the right-hand side, but that does mean you get room for a couple of decent-sized speakers that actually deliver reasonable sound. It's not hi-fi, but it's loud enough to watch movies or DVDs with.
Our so-called leaders prostituted us to the West.
Inside, the specs are good without being spectacular. There's a 320GB hard drive, which actually seems rather small by modern standards, and there's 4GB of RAM and a 2.66 GHz of processor. You can upgrade the RAM, incidentally, to 8GB, but then Apple asks you a staggering £800 for the privilege, which is astonishing, really. There are 2 graphics processors on board, the lower power NVIDIA 9400M for less demanding applications, and an NVIDIA 9600M GT for more demanding tasks. It doesn't switch between the two automatically. Instead, you have to go into the energy saving settings in the system preferences and switch on higher performance if you want to take advantage of the extra graphics power. With the extra power on, it really performs very well. It romps through your picture collection and performs edits with ease. It'll run Call of Duty 4 at maximum settings, and it'll do things like video encoding in around 2/3 the time that a well-spec'd MacBook Pro would have done a couple of years ago. It's all the more impressive when you consider the battery life and the fact that it does it in something so portable. Apple are very pleased with their battery life, and they're claiming up to 8 hours between charges. I found in real life I didn't quite get that when I was doing things with the high-performance graphics switched on, but actually quite leisurely things like browsing the internet, looking at movies and so on. I got about 5 hours. When I switched the high-performance graphics off, I got about 5.5, 5 3/4 hours. It's still very, very good though for a laptop with a screen of this size. More controversially, the battery can't be replaced, so there's no carrying a spare, and if you need a replacement, you've got to go back to Apple. They'll charge you £139 for it. They are claiming though that it'll do 1,000 recharges before you need to replace it. But I think one of the ways they've achieved that is by making the actual charging time quite slow. It took me over 3 hours to go from empty to fully charged. Another worry is the relatively poor range of connections. You do get 3 USBs and a FireWire and a DisplayPort, plus this Express Card 34 slot. But a more conventional card reader would be really useful. I know you can get adapters to go into the Express Card slot, but they don't fit flush and they're a bit clumsy. For the money, it would also be good to have a Blu-ray drive. Another worry I've got is that my own experience with MacBook ownership has been one of rather poor hardware reliability, and the same goes for several of my friends as well. Obviously, the way round that is to get Apple's AppleCare extended warranty, but that costs £273, so that's yet more money. Overall, though, the MacBook Pro is a delightful, if expensive, big laptop with hugely impressive battery life. If you're a photographer or a video editor who needs to work on the move, it's a must-have purchase with qualities no other big laptop can match.
Now, 3D TVs were one of the main attractions at CES earlier this year, and it looks like 3D is now making its way into digital photography, as Fujifilm have announced they'll be releasing a 3D camera in Japan later this year. Now, the camera will use real 3D technology, which basically means that it uses two lenses and a pair of sensors to capture slightly differing images, and then using a specially made image processor, the images are instantly blended together to create a single 3D image for stills and video. The camera will have a 2.8-inch LCD screen with the ability to show up to 230,000 pixels, and the user will be able to view 3D images without those horrible glasses or goggles. Now, if you haven't heard about Spotify, where have you been? It's a free music service that allows users to listen to tracks that are streamed directly over the internet, in very much a similar way to Last.fm. Previously, you could only listen to music tracks whilst on your computer, and songs couldn't be stored on devices such as mobile phones and MP3 players. However, Spotify have recently signed a deal with online music store 7 Digital, so users will be able to purchase their favourite tracks and download them as MP3s. If you haven't tried it yet, you can download it for free now from Spotify.com.
Right, now it's time to head out into the office where Otis is testing out the new music hardware, Beamz.
Ever fancied yourself as a bit of a Beethoven, a Calvin Harris, or maybe you see yourself as the next Timberland? Well, I've got a device here that could very well see you at the top of the hit parade. It's a laser-based music game. You plug it into a USB port. It has 6 lasers and 2 triggers, which between them give you up to about 64 different musical scenarios. You can control different rhythms and backing percussion using the triggers, and then you can play different musical notes, sounds, or events by breaking any one of the 6 laser beams that are going across this W shape here. Let me demonstrate. See, so the bongos for you there, and then I've got some guitars there. You can use any kind of different themes. You can have ancient Japanese music, you can have pop music, or you can have heavy metal music. Depends on how you feel. You can record any of the music you make straight to your laptop or your PC, and there will soon be software that enables you to upload your own different sounds, so you can really mix it up. Now, you could use it to become the next big producer. I prefer to use it to keep the ladies happy. Who should I make happy today? Oh, I know. Come with me. Hello.
You're right.
I have something for you.
Ooh, hello.
Would you like to come this way? Have a seat. I'm going to demonstrate how an expert like myself would use a tool like this to make music.
Okay.
Yeah? You like that? Does that sound good? Yeah? Have a go. It's great fun.
So what do I do? Just
Anything. Go for it. Let your inner musician out.
I don't think I'm as good as you though, I have to say.
It's cool, isn't it?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like it.
Thank you very much.
Shall I let you get back to
Yeah,
your
I'll get back to
music
making
making?
some music, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Diana. See you later. See? Well impressed. All you have to do is stick your hand in the way and make a note and interact with the music. Got a bit of rhythm there. Very nice. That's cool, isn't it?
I love it.
Hit the drums. Just get the...
Do you want to just leave me with it? Can I just play with it for a while? Is that
Yeah.
alright?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go find something else to do.
Well, unfortunately, that's it for this week, but we'll be back at the same time next week with more WebTV. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter for daily updates from the show. Bye!